Everybody wants to be appreciated by their children. And a lot of people say, especially kids in pain who we do so much for, when are they going to appreciate me? Hashem delivered Bnei Yisrael, saved us. He saved us miyad Mitzrayim. And then number 2, Vayar Yisrael es Mitzrayim meis al sfas hayom. That's the second point. We saw them dead. And it says that each person saw the Mitzri that tormented him, his abuser, his molester. He saw him dead. Number 3, Vayar Yisrael as Hayad Hagdoila, and Bnei Yisrael saw the great hand, Asher Asa Hashem b'Mitzrayim, against Egypt. So Frekt and Nesivas Shalom, it's out of order. First, Vayar Yisrael Hayad Hagdoila Asher Asa Hashem b'Mitzrayim. First, we saw the great hand that Hashem wielded against Mitzrayim, and then Vayar Yisrael as Mitzrayim meis al sfas hayom. So why is it out of order? It says in Nesivas Shalom, when somebody is in pain, somebody's in jail, and you help them, they don't appreciate you. Hashem did dam, tzvardeya, kinim, arev. Wow. You know how much appreciation we had for him? 0. Zilch. What's the difference? I'm still enslaved. I'm still in pain. I'm still trapped. I'm still addicted. I'm still no self-esteem, no future. What did you do for me? You punched my enemy in the... Great, but I'm still trapped here under a stone. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, nothing. Kinim, Arev, Dever, Shchin. Hashem is showing them, I love you so much, even though you're undeserving, and he's beating up the Mitzrayim. But we couldn't appreciate anything. Kriyas Yamsuf. We watched water go up. We thought we were going to be killed. Instead, we're being saved. The water goes straight up. We're walking through on dry land instead of mud, just so that way we don't have to have muddy shoes. And then there's candy coming out of the Medrash says, coming out for candy for the kids, candy apples. Unbelievable, right? How much appreciation did we have? 0. Zilch. The Sefurnu says, Ad eis moison, until we saw the Mitzrayim dead, until the abuser was dead, hayinu ka'avadim barchim. We were slaves on the run. We were out of Mitzrayim, but we're always looking over our shoulder. We had a boy who was over here, and he was a soldier in the Israeli army. So strong. Came home to a Jewish neighborhood. Mother heard a thud. She went running upstairs, and he was in his bedroom, on the floor in a fetal position, with a knife by his veins, going to commit suicide. Why? Because he looked outside and he saw a similar car to the man who abused him. And it was such a trigger that he mamash went meshuga. Because he's always looking over his shoulder. Until there's justice, until the guy's dead, or he's in jail, or he's always looking over his shoulder. Avodim barchim, slaves on the run, victims on the run. He can't calm down. He told his parents he felt, his nefesh felt safer and more secure in Gaza than in this frum neighborhood. Rachmana litzlan, what abuse does. Says Nesivas Shalom, even though Hashem turned over the world for us, we went out with money, we went out with everything, until they were dead, we couldn't appreciate anything. We were still, as somatic people would say, we were in the trauma vortex. We were triggered. We were fight, flight, or freeze. We were still traumatized. We didn't know what's going to happen. Great, we're out now. All of a sudden, we're trapped by the Mitzrayim. All of a sudden, wow, amazing, a sea opens. What's going to happen? And we don't know what's going to happen next. We're not safe. We're not secure. We're not seen. We're not soothed. We're nervous. How could you appreciate anything? After Vayar Yisrael es Mitzrayim meis al sfas hayom, and the story's over, and the scare and the fear, we could start to recover. All of a sudden, Vayar Yisrael es hayad hagdoila she'asa Hashem b'Mitzrayim. They started, wow, yichap what Hashem did to us? Unbelievable. He did dam. We were drinking from the same container as the Mitzri. They had blood. We had water. Cool stuff. Makas b'chayris, choshech. Wow, by us it wasn't, by them it was. Open miracles that Hashem did for us, and we're free at last. Until someone's out of pain, they can't appreciate. I'll tell you something. I say this of art always by Sheva brachas of normal kids. I say until you're out of your bachar shiyarin, until you're out of it, you don't know if you're going to get married. Now at Sheva brachas, you could start to look back and appreciate everything your parents did for you since you were born. Kids don't appreciate. We don't appreciate everything Hashem does for us. So until the kids are out of pain, there's nothing to even think about. They're never going to appreciate. But when you do TP on your kids, and you're there for them through thick and thin, and you believe in them when nobody believes in them, you believe in them when nobody believes in them, you believe in them when they don't believe in themselves, when they get out of it, they're going to be so appreciative to you. They're going to tell this to you. I always tell you, you're going to get that letter, Yoy Machupa. I had a father that was here that was a very tough guy, and he did TP really well, but he never cried here in group. And 5 o'clock, the day of his daughter's chasana, I see my phone, he's calling, and I'm worrying, maybe she's running away, maybe she's backing out. I pick up the phone, I hear him sobbing, he can't catch his breath, and I'm like, oh no. And finally he gathered the strength to say the words, I got the letter. The letter that these kids write, and sometimes we get it on Mother's Day, because our kids celebrate usually Mother's Day and Father's Day, and sometimes you'll get it on birthdays, but Yom HaChuppah, you'll get that letter that says, Mommy and Daddy or Tati or Abba, you were there for me when nobody else was there for me. You believed in me. You did that. You carried me through all the craziness. I don't know how you did it, and they're going to have such appreciation for the rest of their life. They will never stop thanking you.